And welcome to the No Assembly Required podcast, a podcast where we talk about nothing. And now, welcome your trio of hosts, starting with Romina, the last unicorn, Audrey, sus as hell Ember, and of course, your third and final host, the Dark Lord of the Internet himself, Roberto Blake. Welcome to the No Assembly Required podcast, filmed in front of a live YouTube audience. Please like and subscribe. Boom.
Nice.
Intro complete.
Intro.
Wow.
Is that an achievement? Achievement unlocked?
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah. I guess I mean I don't really know where to start this off because you guys said that there was drama, there was stuff that was going on, something was happening with some video. I have no idea what's happening.
I wouldn't call it drama so much as
tea. I mean, it's tea for me. It's gossip. I don't know what's going on. You guys got to fill me in here.
Audrey, you know what's going on, don't you?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Audrey, you want to tell me? We want to give me some, or should I just watch it now live?
So we're gonna react to this, but let me give you all the rundown. So basically, you got.
It hurts my soul.
It hurts my soul too because we've talked about entitlement before on this program. We've talked about entitled people. We've talked about entitled fans, entitled creators, and we've talked about just the concept of earning your stripes and people thinking that like the world is supposed to move for them. And so this is a situation where we're gonna end up talking about one of the Paul brothers. We're gonna end up talking about Logan Paul, but it's actually we're on his side on this one. At least I am. I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it's like
the rare occurrence
here because the reality is he was right to reject this fan. Now, normally the idea is that like, creators and with their fans, you want to be very kind. And I think he was like kind and respectful here, but it's like entitled fans are like this whole thing, right? And this is a fan who is massively entitled. He quit his $100,000, allegedly, according to him, he has a $100,000 a year job. He's 22. So that already means, okay, you've got a sweetheart situation. You're already in the top 10% of earners in this country. And it's been a really rough year where a lot of people don't have a job at all. And you decide you're going to chuck it all and that you want to be an entertainer. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but you decided you're not going to earn your stripes. You're going to try and skip ahead of the line, and you're going to try and leverage Logan Paul to do it. You're going to try and get a job with Logan Paul right off the bat because you told him your story and because you quit your job and you think that, you're supposed to get something out of it. And the thing is, it's like, that's just like messed up. That's just messed up because like most people understand that that's like an unreasonable thing to expect and to like put that on Logan and think that you're supposed to get something. Like that's just like in a way that's like massively disrespectful not only to him and to like anybody. And the thing is the kid kept trying to defend it. You'll see it in the video because we're gonna react to the video. The kid kept trying to defend it and like quote unquote shoot a shot or ask for a chance. But the thing is, it's like he isn't entitled to one. And Logan was really nice to him. And he said, like, Logan is a true self-made man, a true come-up story. Logan didn't have connections or clout or anything. He just had him and his brother in Ohio in the middle of nowhere doing their thing. And this kid doesn't want to earn it the same way. So I feel for Logan in this situation. And I think that, like, Logan had the right to tell him what he told him.
I agree. I'm seeing comments on Reddit of people saying it was fake, that he didn't actually have a 100K job and he's just trying to go viral.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
I agree. It's kind of scummy. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but someone said he's making shirts that say like Logan, give me a job or something.
Like, that's like, again, if that's the case,
I mean, I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know. But like, let's say like he faked this for clout or whatever. It just shows that there's a level of entitlement, and it shows that like someone just thinks that they should be able to get somewhere on the back of someone else's like work and achievements, and as an influencer, and again feeling entitled to whatever. And I'm like, no. And Logan was like, no, and he was right to like tell this kid no. Romina, I gave you an updated thumbnail. I just kind of threw that together. I think that's a slightly better thumbnail.
Can we watch videos now on StreamYard?
We can. We can. You just have to make sure that with the audio thing, you check the box for the audio, and it'll do that. But yeah, I just think that this kid, like, if this kid legit, if it's fake, he's still entitled and he's still a brat because he's just trying to use Logan Paul for clout and use him for a viral moment, and in the worst way. And then two, it's also kind of dumb because. But I also, it's also possible that he could get a fan base off of this, and that's effing stupid. And I'm gonna be really annoyed if he does, because other people are then just gonna try and mimic this, and it's like no one wants to earn anything anymore, and that really it's upsetting to me. And like for all the people who are working hard on it and everything like that, that made their own way. Like, I just think that that's massively upsetting and disrespectful. And the thing is, even if he gets a fan base out of this, even if he gets 1 million followers, whatever, it's like nobody in the actual community is going to fucking respect him. Nobody's going to respect him.
My job. No. Wait, it's a story. I'm interested. It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, like, he was just being nice, and I get it. Media, whatever. Yes,
y'all pause.
Before I approached him, he was bragging about.
Sorry, did you say to pause?
Yeah.
That's literally where I stopped watching the first time.
Do you think that those tears are real, or do you feel like he faked that?
I mean, it's not. You're talking to someone who's professionally cried.
Yeah.
Before.
That's why I'm asking.
I mean, I can't tell.
What's your analysis?
People know how to cry.
I don't know. Those eyes don't look red and puffy and everything like that. I don't know.
They look a little red and puffy.
Mm.
Yeah, he looks like he's been crying for a while.
I don't know.
But also, I don't know what his normal face looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he looks like without crying.
Well, let's see it.
Oh, making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year.
Okay, pause again. That's the rationalization. That's your rationalization for walking up this man and asking him for something, because like he made $3 million, and it's like yeah, he made $3 million. Like, I mean, on like a fight, on like getting his butt kicked.
That one line. Yeah, that one line does not seem authentic to me. The way that he said it seemed a little fake. I'm not gonna lie, but let me continue watching. All right, let me continue watching. Let me see.
Cool, and I want to act. I want to
This is an emotional moment right now.
Oh, I'm sitting in the cast. I don't even know what to do. Like, I did come up here by myself. I do have family, but we're not the closest. And I don't have really close friends. You know, there's millions of people trying to do what I'm trying to do. Watch the clip, okay?
This is where I stopped.
I quit my job. It's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like on stage? Or you just like?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak videos.
I'm sorry. I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, like, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business. Trying to get a job. Like, I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's
that.
Your TikTok
I did that video, you know, like going like that. Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need a mentor.
Why would I do that?
I want to be.
Wow.
Pause. He asked you, oh, so you got what it takes, and he's like, no, I don't. It's like, and then Logan rightfully asks, then why would I give you a job? You literally snuck up in here, so you like, you know, you screwed over security. You snuck up here. You got around people who paid to rightfully be there. Peak entitlement. You're gonna use Logan bragging about his money that he rightfully earned, for mind you, to make a justification for your entitlement now and stuff like that. and you're going to sit here and pretend like making $100,000 a year isn't anything because he made $3 million. It's still something to the other 90% of people who didn't make that. Yeah, Logan's in the 1%. Big deal. You're in the top 10, homie. So like, why are you using that as an excuse to get over on this man? You got over on security. Now you're up here wasting his time because you're asking for a job, and he asked you point blank, oh, so you got what it takes. And you didn't even have the confidence to say yes. Like wasted time. Peak entitlement. Peak entitlement. Why are you more deserving than anybody?
What is the point of that? I mean, you might as well lie and say yes. Like,
my
you made
God.
it that far.
Like, what was his thought process before he went into this? Like, yeah, I'm going to tell him that I'm worthless.
I think he had one. Like,
I think his idea was just to do something like this, just to say that he did it, right?
Like, either this was for clout. Either he legit is entitled, or this was like a scam for a viral video.
But how did he get in? I mean, he went through all the trouble of sneaking in to this. What is this? This is?
I'm pretty sure this is probably like something press wise from like after the fight or something like that.
All right, let me see. There's a couple seconds left.
Like, I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I'm a fuck up myself. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Self-awareness.
Like, I need
connections, and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people? Friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got amigos.
I don't.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God. I'm here by myself.
Yeah, they all know he's full of it. They all know he's
good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying. You have friends.
Good for you, good for you, Logan. Calling him out. Good for you, Logan. Good for you, Logan.
Do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
Good for you, Logan.
Hold on. Wait a second.
He's lying.
I know,
Everyone
right?
there thinks he's lying.
He's just like trying to give him like a sob story.
Exactly. It's freaking sob story. And again, your sob story is that you make $100K a year and that you're so lonely and that you want to be an actor more than anything. My God.
I love all the people in the back.
And you need people.
That one guy. That one guy in the back.
Are you serious?
Like,
that expression's priceless.
He's like, this dude is on. He's lying. There's absolutely no way. Just the reactions of everyone there, like that confirms it for me. Because they were there and they were getting like the real, and they're all looking like he's lying. There's no way. There's no way you would go that far and then just say you're worthless. Like he's obviously. Right. That to me is the
this
nail.
Is a setup for a viral moment. Either that, or he's the least self-aware person in the world.
These people are not buying anything he's saying.
No, look at his face right now. That guy. He's like, what is this dude saying?
That guy is a star. He's the one that should be getting hired.
Even Logan's face there, he was just like, this dude is lying.
All right, so what's the story behind this guy? What else does he do on his TikTok? What else is going on his TikTok?
So like I think his TikTok has like 100K, but like that's like you can get some viral videos, and he did some dances and stuff like that. 100K in TikTok is not bad, but 100K in TikTok, as you guys well know, 100K in TikTok is about roughly having 1,000 in YouTube.
Yeah,
like 10K if we're being generous.
Yeah, but whatever. Those are just numbers.
Would you guys say that 100,000 TikTok 10K in YouTube?
I guess we don't know though.
What does he do on his TikTok? What's his thing? Oh, but what is his TikTok?
What's his TikTok? What's his TikTok?
Look
up his.
I don't want to know what his TikTok is. Am I really looking up the dude's TikTok?
Yeah, we're gonna look. We're on air right now.
All right.
Audrey, this is investigative journalism.
Yeah, might as well.
Which I look up. Every time I look up this guy, it's just like sad.
I mean, the video
I just put in quit job, Logan Paul.
Hold up. The video that I have, is that from his account? AJ_Wallace69.
I assume that's
like a repost account?
This dude is lying.
No.
Let's
all right.
Look up that account, see if that's him. AJ.
I found it.
Is it AJ? Austin Wallace. AJ Wallace. Yeah.
What's your favorite place to travel for food? I love Chipotle. That was a caption.
Okay, y'all. So this was.
This looks like just random spam. Like he doesn't really have.
This was a trap. This was like he's doing this to blow up and to hack algorithms and stuff like that because he's grown some followers off of this. I'm pretty sure, and like everyone's searching for him, so he made himself a search term. He wanted to be a meme. He wanted to be a meme.
Nothing before this. He had like, maybe like 15, 20 videos before the Logan Paul one.
This
and
was
the one
him.
Before that. He's trying to find.
He had some views on those. He had some views. He had some views on those. But he like did something and tried to, like Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, he's just clout chasing these people.
He's just freaking clout chase. It's like I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a new thumbnail. I'm gonna be savage.
Yeah, this person is just doing it for clicks. I'm officially convinced.
So how did we find out?
I know that's what I'm saying, Jake. I didn't want to look him up.
I got this was in my Twitter feed.
That was against my will. I will never look him up ever again.
Okay, but this is investigative journalism. Sometimes we have to do things we don't.
Sometimes we have to sacrifice for the content.
Exactly.
You have to sacrifice for the content. This is this punk, man. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean. You know, I'm usually a nice guy. I'm just like.
No, well, here's the thing. All right. I think
I'm a nice enough guy.
I think regardless of the fact whether it was a stunt or not, or whether like he was legitimately looking for a job or not, regardless, he did put a message out there. Yeah. That validates other people's sentiments, and I think that's really
messed up.
Kind of the core of what we find messed up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like what this says about influencer culture in general. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like he has to go out there and like fake, basically do a publicity stunt just to get attention for like his potential.
And the thing is, again, to be so desperate as to do this for attention and to use somebody like this, and again to waste this man's time, and again and to feel so entitled. The level of entitlement. This is peak entitlement.
Well, that's also a problem with content now. Like, I've said this a couple times, but like Airac's content to me is also kind of along the same. It gives me similar vibes because even when Logan
with that in the sense that I disagree in the sense that he actually made genuinely like actually.
Well, yeah, he makes better. He actually makes good like content technically, but it's the same like. Even Logan was like, "Is this another one of those sneak in videos?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get you on.
It's the same I agree sort of with like you. Entitled direction that the content.
No, I agree with you. I feel like YouTube has devolved. You guys know I've been saying this. I feel like YouTube has devolved into let's watch rich people do rich people things, and let's watch people try to be famous for no damn reason. Like I love what Maisie Williams said: "Is don't seek to be famous, seek to be talented."
But doesn't content like that kind of encourage this sort of stuff? You know?
It does. You're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, I don't like this stuff at all, to be honest with you. I don't like this. I hate, you know me. I've at times debated leaving the entire internet because I've gotten to the point where I just hate the damn culture now.
Yeah. I don't like this side of the culture. It's really frustrating.
I always find other things that I like more, and then I like doing my own thing, which is nothing like this. So obviously I don't end up quitting the internet, but it's like, but I can see how, like, a lot of people don't realize why, like, people like Pokimane and other people have even said, oh yeah, you know, I've actually genuinely, despite all my success, thought about quitting. I don't understand. It's like, there's a lot of good reasons, despite riches or fame or, oh, you have the easiest job in the world or any of that nonsense that people want to think. It's like, there's reasons to not want to be in this industry anymore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just thinking about that earlier today, too. Just kind of like how it would be nice to be famous, but not be famous. You know what I mean?
Be honest with you, again, I've always said that it'd be better to be rich and unknown than famous, and rather than famous and not rich. Like,
right? Yeah, 100%.
A lot of kids I know, a lot of people I've even like tried to mentor, they are so obsessed. I mean, I know a kid that like was literally ready to end his life if he couldn't become famous in a certain amount of time. And he was not kidding. And I'm like, really? You have your whole life ahead of you. What are you talking about? Like,
That's
it's sad. It breaks my heart. Like, it's legit sad. It's like,
yeah, I kind of like, I like what he told him. He's like I can't be a mentor right now.
The voice of reason and the level of self-awareness, the voice of reason. I don't think most people were expecting.
Right. I think that's what it is. Self-awareness, right? Is like, yeah, I'm not in a position right now to be a mentor.
Like, I need
a
one.
mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
yeah.
the self-props to Logan Paul, man. See, I know that, like, it's weird hearing me, like, over the last, like, year constantly defend Logan Paul. Like, I know that's been, like, a recurring theme lately, but you can see why. It's like, I genuinely believe he's grown since Japan. Like, and I always, as you know, am about acknowledging and encouraging growth and change.
Sometimes it takes a crisis to make big change, right?
That's about right. I mean, that's par for the course. I mean, like, isn't that par for the course of, like, just in general, where things have been for a minute now?
Yeah. What do you think about this? Exploring with Nomad in the chat says, Gary Vee is a beast. He used to literally hire people right off the street just for asking for a job.
Not everyone's Gary Vee, and he didn't do that for every single person that asked. And it didn't always work out. And that's why there's a lot of people that frankly don't work at VaynerMedia anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's just a completely different situation than that random guy who
hiring somebody
hiring
somebody into your 700 employee ad agency is not the same as a YouTuber hiring somebody for his vlogs and his podcast.
Right.
Gary Vee hiring someone off the street into a 700 person, $2 million a year digital ad agency is radically different. Especially since, again, hiring them. By the way, if you work for Gary Vee, you're probably starting at $40,000 a year. You're probably starting at $40,000 a year. This chump is already allegedly, according to him, making $100,000 a year if he's to be believed. And he already has 100,000 people on TikTok, whether that's legit or he faked it. He has something. So it's not like he doesn't have a platform and doesn't have some kind of reach or voice or something. And he's got a couple thousand views on something. I don't really know that they're really worth any of those views. It is TikTok, though, so it's whatever. No offense to TikTokers. But, like, you see what I'm saying? It's like...
Why you gotta throw shade, man?
All of it. Like, it's like, because that's what I do. That's what I do. That's how I roll, as a Dark Lord should.
KDX, I wouldn't say it's scam. I think you're being a little harsh there.
It might be a scam.
I think when he said scams was like maybe he was promoting some scam Bitcoin
I don't think anything he's done has been scam, right? I mean, like his.
Who?
I haven't looked into.
What do you mean? I'm talking about this kid. Or are we talking about
I know.
Or are you talking about?
KDX in the chat said he's grown into doing scam boxing, scam coins, and scam and
oh, he's talking about Logan. I don't know. Yeah. Like, Coffee did something about Dink Doink, but I don't know enough about Dink Doink to call it a scam. I don't know. It's an altcoin. It's a meme coin. Because, like, I mean, there are people who call Dogecoin a scam. There are people who call Dogecoin. I don't know. Like, I'd have to know more. But the boxing stuff isn't a scam. The boxing stuff isn't a scam. Like, the boxing stuff is not a scam.
I mean, the boxing stuff could be just classified as entertainment, right?
Yeah,
so
right. And entertainment in a whole.
I think the thumbnail. I think this thumbnail is actually really good. I think this thumbnail is really good.
All right, calm down. I know you hate my thumbnail, but I literally did it in less than 2 minutes.
I know. I took 5.
Calm down. I also don't know where you've sent this thumbnail. If you've sent it,
I uploaded it to myself directly to the thing.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to see it then?
I'll send it to you.
All right.
Can I be Switzerland? I'll make a thumbnail.
No, please.
What?
Here,
Why not?
I just DM'd you the thumbnail I made.
There's no way you could make a thumbnail better than mine, Audrey.
Audrey's pretty good at Photoshop. Audrey's pretty good.
I'll give you 30 seconds. On the clock.
All right, I got it. Ready?
Go.
I think my thumbnail is really good.
That might take at least 20 of those seconds.
Oh, so. Andy likes my new thumbnail.
I'm sure it's great.
Hold on, you gotta give me at least 20 more seconds.
In a competition, y'all getting me excited.
It is a competition.
I've had a stressful day. This is supposed to be fun. You guys aren't supposed to pressure me.
Wow, we're almost to 100 episodes.
What?
Let me see.
We're at 81. We're almost to 100 episodes.
Wait, I need to get some milk. I'm crying. 1 sec.
That's all right. I mean, it doesn't have our faces in it. It doesn't have my face in it.
I think that the new thumbnails might not have our faces in it. It might be the topics. I think we can definitely, if we...
Roberto, my face sells.
Can't argue with that one.
The silence is a little painful.
Wait,
y'all trying to trash me. You guys know I'm a Photoshop pro as well, right? Roberto ain't the only one in here who knows how to use Photoshop. Wow. You know what? Fine. It's all good. I'm just going to take me and my dinosaurs out of here.
Wow.
You really want to give me all of that power?
Hold on. I'm making a beautiful thumbnail.
Audrey, the thumbnail is covered.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not. Audrey, you've already taken longer than I have.
My computer's glitching because I'm
in fact, actually, I just made it even better.
All right, let's take a look. Guys, this is if you're listening and this is like top quality podcast right now, you should give us 5 stars.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I feel like the issue I have with the issue I have with this whole thing is, all right, let's take it one way. If he had a 100K job and he wants to quit to do his own thing, kudos to him. I'm not going to knock that. But doing your own thing is not going and knocking on Logan Paul's door. Doing your own thing is making your own content. Doing your own thing is, doing what Eric or Mr. Beast or any of those people did, is just do your own thing, or even literally following Logan's footsteps. Do your own thing and don't ask nobody for help. Like, it was just him and Jake, for real. From Ohio, it was just him and Jake, and that was it. And I respect that. I've always respected the Paul brothers hustle. You don't have to like their content. You don't have to agree with their shenanigans. You don't have to agree with their controversies, but you can't knock their hustle and you can't knock their work ethic. So, I mean, there's that.
Agreed. I still don't like Jake at all. What about his fight?
His fight, like, I mean, he won by technicality. People are saying that it was rigged.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch any of that. What happened with that? Did you watch it?
I watched the highlights.
Oh, saving time. So what was that like? Was it a good show?
Apparently he hit him on the ropes and then he didn't do anything. I keep seeing people talking about that.
Wordo? Highlights, how were they?
There were some really interesting things. It's like there's like, you can almost feel, I understand why some people thought it might be rigged or a setup, or there might be like gambling like stuff, shenanigans, because there was some when Tyrone, like, there was some opportunities he had to just knock him out. Tyler Woodley had some opportunities to straight up knock out Jake, and it didn't happen. So it's like, okay, why didn't you just, like, go in for the finishing blow there? It didn't make no sense. So there's a couple of instances of that, but on the other hand, I could see the argument of like not wanting to end a fight sometimes because you feel like you're like, you're beating on somebody. Maybe you don't want to end the fight. So it's, you could look at it a lot of different ways. No, it is what it is.
But why didn't he do it though?
Well, he ended up losing, but so you could argue that if he, like, in some instances, you could argue that maybe he was being cautious, because maybe after taking a couple of hits, he was like, maybe I play it safe. Maybe because, like, I could see that, because there's like, There's some fighters, and remember, this is a UFC fighter. This isn't a boxer, so that's the other thing. Tyron Woodley isn't a boxer; he's a UFC fighter. So maybe he's backing off because in his head, it's more like UFC, but he can't use his feet. So it's like he's second guessing his instincts. That's the other thing. Jake hasn't fought like a boxer. Like, you know, it's been people who come from other sports, so they're second guessing themselves on the rules. You see, so I think that's an issue. Because like when you're used to being able to use your knees, your elbows, your feet, and then all you can do is throw hands, you're completely rewriting your brain as you fight. So you're not at your best. No matter how good of an athlete Tyron Woodley is, he's not a boxer. He's a UFC guy, which means he's not using his full potential. He's handicapped in a boxing fight because he can't do everything that he's accustomed to.
All right, Romina.
Audrey, you've literally taken longer than Roberto and I combined.
Thumbnail, please.
Where's the thumbnail? Where have you sent it?
To the Twitter chat.
Okay. I swear, if this thing doesn't blow the roof off the building. Beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. All right. If you are listening to this podcast, you are missing out on the visual elements that are about to...
It's a masterpiece.
Unfold. All right, guys. Everybody in the chat, brace yourselves. Right,
oh, Lord, really?
I'm going to open it up.
Really, Audrey? Like, I guess you wanted to go meme-tastic. I just went with, you know.
Actual thumbnail.
Yeah.
I think mine is
we can't even tell who it is.
Across, you know?
We can't even tell who it is in either of those photos, to be real with you.
I'm trying to open it. It's giving me it says the file is empty, so I can't open it.
What?
I mean, I'll just open it.
You should be able to use the graphics thing to, I guess, pull it up on screen.
I'm just gonna open it in browser because let's see. Hopefully this is okay. Cool. I mean, it's not horrible. I'm not against it.
You can see my Photoshop mishaps. Don't look cool.
It's a little.
I can kind of see what you were going for.
I don't know if it really works. Matches the brand.
I mean, this is a joke, just to be clear.
You did this for the meme, you're doing your whole meme thing.
Whoa, who said 1 out of 10?
Wow, Victoria.
Dang, Victoria's a savage.
That's a little.
Victoria, don't play. Victoria's a savage.
Points for that teardrop.
Oh man, Victoria needs to calm down.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, you got an 11 out of 10.
That's
an ambulance or a wambulance, you know?
Oh, wambulance.
It is a wambulance.
That's like next level savage.
You're welcome. This is how you get the views, you know?
I mean, you're not 100% wrong.
Fair enough.
I love the little tear.
Thanks.
Great addition. I think very great.
Blends perfectly with the background.
I'm at a loss for words too, Connor.
I think it kind of spoils the video though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Show them, Romina, show them mine.
Well, Roberto's is actually professional.
Roberto legit wants to come in here and start something.
I didn't even search for that picture. I just typed in Logan Paul and it was the third thing to pop up.
All right, here we go.
What's that? God, what's her name? The Olympic athlete when?
This isn't the one that you. This is the one that you sent. Well, it's close enough.
Yeah, there's only one real difference.
Mine has a story behind it.
Yeah, you
got.
Mine
kind of does.
I mean, you've got the, kind of what are you doing face, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
you got a better screen grab than I did.
This guy.
My computer's glitching.
Doesn't he remind you a little bit?
I needed
face,
that
face,
for my thumbnail.
Doesn't he remind you of God? Who's that actor I'm thinking of? From the actor from both Wanted and X-Men First Class. Who?
Oh yeah,
actor.
no, he wishes.
Christ, like no, when he's crying, his crying face looks like.
Yeah,
it
no.
Like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna have to.
I understand.
Just for biased, just because.
No, I do understand.
All right. And you know what? Next time, y'all better give me like at least 5 minutes so I can prepare and I can make a better thumbnail. All right.
That's fair.
No, he does not.
He does.
No, he does not at all. He doesn't.
I think from close up,
him.
That screenshot, like in the thumbnail, yes. If you get like really close.
Oh, Victoria's out here. She's carrying knives, man.
God.
She's carrying knives.
Bro's blocked by timestamps to fail because you couldn't read the word.
I noticed that too, but I didn't want to.
You can't read the word cloud on the phone. I thought the word cloud is big enough for that. Even on the phone, I thought it was big enough.
So therefore,
thanks, Victoria.
Mine still works even without the text. So there.
Wow. And what about mine? Mine still works and it doesn't have it.
What about yours?
Oh my god. This is no one's safe right now.
I mean, mine so far it has no faults, so.
Oh, okay. Look at Audrey coming in. Well, you know what? Your little ambulance is blocked by the timestamp. What do you think about that?
Ooh. Fight.
At least I have other components in there to make up for it, you know.
That would be the next course of action, Roberto. YouTuber, fight. That's the next step in our careers for Audrey and myself.
And you guys can fight.
Audrey, what kind of fighting are we gonna do? Is it like MMA?
Let them fight.
We should have a Nerf gun battle.
I'm over here trying to do like legit set up a legit fight.
What about an axe throwing contest? Not at each other, at like targets.
Yeah. I'll win though.
What?
I'm the only one who's actually done it. If I'm not mistaken.
Axes.
Do you know that it doesn't matter? Roberto wins always.
No.
I've actually done it though.
I used to do it all the time when I was little.
Okay, game on, Ember.
I'm just making things up. I've never thrown an axe.
So you want to start things. You're like that guy. Finish. No. She is like the guy going up to Logan Paul and asking him for a job.
That's uncalled for.
And then not having anything to back it up.
I would still win anyway. It's fine.
You know, someone else in the exactly. Someone in the chat mentioned earlier, said something about he drove all that way, spent so many hours driving. And he didn't think about what he was going to say?
That is why, to me, it's fake. Because you cannot go into that, quit your $100,000 job, go into that and not have any plan on what to say.
Like have a script, right?
Way. He would at least have a couple bullet
You don't think
points,
that there are people out there that are that dumb? You don't think that there are people that are that dumb?
I mean, yes, but come on. I don't know.
Haven't we seen people go viral literally for being dumb?
I mean that's that's like the majority of people going viral, I feel like, right?
Like, here's the thing though. I legit think that I mean, you know what? I mean, like, dude, why didn't you just do the milk crate challenge?
Isn't it like somebody said that they weren't going to cover. I read something like that. Like if there was like an injury or something like that.
If there's an injury.
Right. That it wasn't going to be covered or something. I don't know. I read something.
But not
like
everyone's going to adhere to that. World Star dang sure ain't going to admit to it. Ain't gonna.
Right. Did he
World
actually
Star,
have a 100K job? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if he legit.
Well, I mean, it's possible that Daddy gave it to him.
That's what some of the Reddit comments were saying.
It's possible.
So then it wasn't really a risk. He didn't actually quit his job. It's just like, I'm peacing out, Dad.
I mean, I don't know. Like, allegedly. You know.
Right. That's like assuming that's the path, right? Assuming that's one of the.
Yeah. There's not enough information here.
Yeah, let my kid try and quit the family business peeing 100K. Like, let my kid try and quit the family business, see what happens.
I think you'd cut their arm off.
Something.
Something. You know, Roberto, since you said this, I have been trying to find a photo of James McAvoy crying, and I swear to God, the dude does not cry because I cannot find a good photo. Like, I have this photo, all right? I'm going to show you.
Who is James McAvoy?
That's the actor from Wanted, and also he played young Professor Charles Xavier in the X-Men.
And he was also the Fawn in Narnia.
Let's see.
What?
Is that too obscure for anybody?
Crying.
All right, check it out. Look, here's what we got. Look at my screen. So you see, here's
I forgot that he was in. I forgot that he was in Split. I forgot that he was in Split.
Yeah. So here's him crying. Does that look like the guy to you?
Not in that shot, but
Is there? Look at my screen. Is there another one here? Because see, like I
can't. If you crop here,
what do I put? I put
like the same guy.
Type in James McAvoy crying meme and see what happens.
Meme. All right, let's see.
It's the same pictures.
Yeah, there's not really like I guess he's not much of a crier, huh? Like he's not much of an ugly crier. Like it doesn't change much from his normal
let's
face.
try James McAvoy cries and then put in Wanted, because there's a film where his character is really kind of pathetic. Yeah, like in the movie Wanted, his character was really pathetic until he wasn't.
I mean, I don't know.
He was also much younger back then, because I think that was 10 years ago.
Is that it?
Maybe.
I mean, does that?
I could almost see it. I
can see where you were coming at. He's got the essence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in that, it could have. Yeah, it could work.
I just can't believe that there's like no photos of this guy crying.
Yeah, that's so weird. That is so weird. Huh. Oh, you learn something new every day. You learn something
new. Yeah, like don't be stupid and quit your 100K job.
For Logan Paul. And then say that you have no potential when you ask him for a new job.
See, now that I don't understand, right? It's like, oh, so you got what it takes, and then he says like, no.
Yeah.
How does that make it? Like, I don't know. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
Logan's reaction was priceless, and it was appropriate. It was correct. Like, no. Like, why are you wasting my time? Like,
why would he say yes? Like, if he had said
like,
yes,
he's like, then why would I hire you? Oh, you got what it takes. He was looking for the guy to like, all right, here's your shot. Shoot your shot. Big up, man. Come on. Bring the swagger. Bring the confidence. It's like, look at Logan. If he's a fan of Logan's, he should have known that he couldn't come in there with less than confidence and expect a handout. My God. Logan is about the hustle. Logan is about, being cocky. That's the whole brand. Shoot your shot. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Bruh.
It's true. Makes no sense. makes absolutely no sense. I'm convinced it's fake.
But he's made himself a headline.
Me.
But you made yourself a headline and a punchline for the worst thing. I would never hire this kid. And the thing is, even if this kid got somewhere because of this and everything, if I saw him at an event, I would snub him. To be very real with you, I don't normally snub people. I'd snub this kid.
But do you think most other people would, though?
Yeah, like most people, if this is how he gets known, a lot of people are gonna feel the way Logan felt of like, man, like, really? You're that guy? I mean, now if he changes and grows, that's different, but even then, like, no. And the thing is, he is what every 30-something and 40-something-year-old millennial and Gen Z person thinks of when they think about, sorry, not Gen Z, Gen X. Every Gen Xer looks at this 22-year-old kid, and that's what they think of young millennials and Gen Z kids. He is the embodiment of that entitlement.
He's not giving us a good rep.
No. Everybody, like Audrey, this is what people, when people are downing your generation, and I'm so sorry, like, but this kid is what they're thinking about. This is when people are downing the TikTokers and the TikTok generation. This is who they're like thinking about. This guy is an embarrassment to your entire generation, Audrey. This guy is an embarrassment to your entire generation.
Well,
this is the kind of person that makes you never want to hire a 20-something-year-old. Ever.
We don't claim him.
Because somebody who has the nerve at 20-something to not respect where they are, if he's legit about this 100K a year job, and he has the audacity to think that he's going to leave that behind instead of playing it smart, writing that out, doing his time, putting in his stripes, and investing and being responsible, maybe get a house, do like, but no, he's going to give it opportunity, especially the year after people went through this pandemic and lost jobs. He's going to chuck that all and be like, nah, because I want clout. I want to work for Logan Paul. I want Logan Paul to put me on. I want to go viral. I want to be a meme.
Well,
like,
Roberto, don't you know that you can pay your rent with clout now?
I mean,
I'm going to hurt somebody.
Not me, please.
Dude, I edit for this TikTok house, and it's kind of the most, I mean, I like working with the people behind the scenes there, but some of the creators themselves, nothing against them, it's just really frustrating sometimes to see. Like, I thought it was interesting, there was this one conversation they were having, and this kid, he blew up off of like one viral trend that he basically started with like a random video. And he was saying in this clip, like, I regret doing this. Like, I just made one random video, it blew up, I started to get all these opportunities, I followed it, but now I hate, like, or I dislike the people
what I'm known
around.
for.
I don't like, I just
like
didn't want to do social
for.
media, like, at all. He just like, it was paying me money. He just kind of followed it, and now he's like over it. And I'm like, good for you. Like, just
good for him, and for the maturity. For the maturity to realize, oh, I'm out. Like, I don't like this. Because again, it's like the novelty of that level of attention. Because when you're young, you think, give me attention. And then when you get it, you realize it's not special.
Yeah. So I was like, good on you. Like, he realized that, like, it wasn't for him. He didn't like the people that he was meeting through it. Like, he didn't like the TikTok culture, the like egos that it was feeding everyone who was like in it and stuff, and he was like, I'm done, like, I'm, after this is over, I'm leaving. I was like, good on you for, like, you know,
get your coins, have your moment, move on.
Yeah.
Like, I wish more young people felt that way. I feel like young people are so reluctant. And again, I'm the guy who's like, okay, yeah, you can be in the creator economy, but everyone just wants to be in front of the camera and wants to be famous, and they don't want to do anything else, and they don't want to do this. Like, do you realize that if I ended up just more or less like, I wouldn't stop making videos. I'd probably just do podcasts and do stuff and like, or do speaking and do that stuff. But like, think about it. You realize if I retired from my YouTube channel after I got like a gold play button, right? It wouldn't bother me to retire from the main channel and then do something else I like on a smaller channel or on a podcast and on this stuff and take this more seriously. And that I would do if I just, and what I'm doing is if I focused on my business, I'm coaching YouTubers, I'm helping small creators, I'm consulting with bigger creators on the media side. We're doing faceless channels. You realize I'd be happier like if it was that I just take my big brain and we're doing like a bunch of faceless channels, or I partner on something, or I run an esports org in the background with my agency. You realize that I would rather, like, it would not bother me if the trade-off was I will like not be in the limelight, but be connected in the back end of the industry, be the man behind the throne, right, so to speak, be the man in the shadows, make a lot of money, be rich, and not famous. It wouldn't bother me to be rich and not famous.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me. But you have these kids, they're happy to be famous even if they're broke and famous.
Yeah, no.
They would not rather be rich and unknown. They would not rather. I asked a kid, would you rather work on Star Wars and get a really good salary and know that you're working on Star Wars? You're right next to Dave Filoni, and you're right next to, like, you get to see Mark Hamill in person on set. You work with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and all of those people. You meet, Ashley Eckstein. You you get to meet Sam Witter. You get to like be around these people. You get to meet Ian McDermott. Would you rather work on The Mandalorian right now, or have 1 million followers or subscribers? Like, would you rather be famous, or would you rather nobody knows who the hell you are, but you know that your name is on that screen and that you work on Star Wars and you walk onto set at Lucas? And the kid was like, I'd rather be famous. I'd rather have the attention. I'd rather be a big Star Wars TikToker or a big Star Wars YouTuber than work at Lucasfilm with all those great people that I look up to. I'm like, are you serious? Are you effing serious? But that's the generation. Like, I hate to generalize, but that's what it is.
Generalizing about the generation.
But I'm not wrong. You ask any of these kids if they'd rather have 10 million followers or subscribers or whatever in the platform of their choice, or go work for one of the greatest companies in the world, work at Marvel, work at Lucas, work at Disney, and they'll pick the clout. They will pick the clout over the career every time.
Yeah. I remember reading an article a few years ago. That was of this girl who, I think she was a YouTuber. But anyway, she was making content online and had a fairly large following, but she wasn't making a lot of money off of it. And she said that it was pretty miserable because she worked as a barista in, I think it was Starbucks or something like that, like Coffee Bean or whatever. And she said that people would come in like all the time and like, would start bothering her and stuff like that, or like would come in just because they knew that she worked there, but she wasn't making any money. So like she couldn't escape either. But it was like this weird conundrum, right? Of just like having the fame, having the clout, but not having anything else to be able to.
I remember this. It was Gabriella something. She worked at BuzzFeed, and then she went and did her own web series with her friend. She used to be a BuzzFeed creator.
I have no idea.
It was called it was an article called Get Rich or Die Vlogging.
Well, I think this one was a separate one because it was like an interview that they did, but I'm sure it's similar. I mean, she's not going to be the only one who's got that story,
Yeah.
Of having like a regular job, like working wherever.
I've seen that in Twitter too, that there's some people that's like, oh wow, this like dude just rolled up on me at the job or whatever,
Right. Yeah. And
at that time, that one dude tried to just roll up at my WeWork.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there.
It's definitely. Yeah. What's up?
No, I was just going to say, I feel like something I've noticed a lot with people my age sometimes is that everyone wants the following and stuff and wants to do YouTube, but most of them don't even know what they want to do. So they just kind of resort to like random viral videos because they assume, attention equals success. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's frustrating because, you ask them what they actually want to do with it, and half of them don't really know or don't really have like a direction with it. They just basically want the attention, but if they want the attention because they see all these people promoting these lifestyles, on social media, and they're like, oh, this person got famous for no reason, I can do that too. And it's like this endless cycle of just.
Do you think that they want the fame or they want all of the perks?
I think they just want both. They think it's like easy mode. And for a lot of especially with TikTok, I think there are people who get really lucky for no real reason.
I would say they get famous for no reason rather than I would say they get lucky.
Yeah, they get famous for no real reason, and then they get random brand deals, and it's like, oh, they're living the life, but it's
relative
such a minority.
Relative to their age, yes. Relative to their age and level of ability in any other area, yes. Yeah. I agree with you.
But I don't think any of those careers are long-lived.
No, they're certainly not. They're absolutely not at all.
I mean, there's a reason the phrase 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, even if you have 1 million on TikTok and you get into some drama once, you can't do that for 10 years. Unless you really use it to get connections and do something else.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be an independent creator based off of a couple viral video you had when you were 18. It's not going to last that long. So
there are creators, I won't name names, there are creators with 4 million, 5 million subscribers that are relevant right now. Their careers didn't last. There are people walking away from 1 million sub channels all the time. There are people who have 1 million sub channels that blew up and were big news or drastically fell off.
Yeah.
If you don't keep up with it, if something happens, if you don't have a very
I hope those people invested all the money.
You're screwed, and people don't realize that. They just want to go viral so they can get money.
Glozell Green.
And then it's
Glozell Green did a video where she kind of came out as broke. She came out as broke, and she also did an interview with my friend Sarah Dici on her podcast, That Creative Life, and she talked about being broke at 4 million subscribers. She talked about her divorce. She talked about going from being internet famous to being on welfare, and it was rough, and she's an OG YouTuber. And she talked about not acting her age and doing anything to be relevant. I mean, you're talking about a grown woman who did the Tide Pod challenge to try to get back into YouTube. It was that desperate to get back into YouTube. And it was it was a really sobering look, and it's one of those things to where it's I want to help people navigate their careers and navigate, even if they have a streak of good fortune, how to either one, realize that that's temporary, or two, not make it temporary. Or three, know what they want.
But there's also for example, her and I, Glozell and I, have both been on YouTube for relatively the same amount of time. She reached heights, and I feel like we both had access to the same information.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
but you weren't necessarily using it the same way.
Right. But I guess my point with that is that being at the level that she was, why was she not more careful? Right. And that's one of the big questions. That's just okay. I didn't have.
If you don't. A lot of people, if they get something and they come from nothing, first of all, they don't have any education around management, and then two, they're my life has changed, so they assume that because their previous life went more or less the same, without any major things, that once their life changes, because they've been in a situation where their struggle has been so long lived, they assume their success will be too.
Right, and I think it's just a little bit sad, how do we get that education to them, right? How do we make them aware that these are things that, because again, the information is there.
I'm working on it.
Right? It's just a matter of how do we let them know that it's there, right? Because for me, I love learning, and I have so many questions all the time that I go out and I do the research and I learn, right? Even for things that maybe might not apply to me, but I realize that they don't apply to me after I do the research, right? So everything that I've been able to build up until this point has been through self-sufficiency, has been through me going out of my way to look things up, right? With a little bit of guidance and help from people like yourself, like you guys, right? Because we talk and we brainstorm, and I've had multiple people like that throughout my lifespan as an adult, right? And I think like, you know, aside from having those little connections, I've also had the perseverance to go and do it myself, right? And to find out this information, to build the life that I want, and to make sure to solidify it, right? And to make sure that I don't fall. So I guess like, how do we let people know that this information is available? Like, clearly, is there not enough of that?
I mean, the creator education community, as you well know, you know, that I'm a part of, we do what we can, and it's, you know, it's hard because the people that they want to pay attention to are not us, because they don't take what we do or our, you know, stuff seriously, because we're not what they want to be. We're still better off in many cases than they are, but they want to be the mega famouses. They want to hear it from Logan and Beast and this one and that one. They don't want to hear it from people that are not the 0.1%. And it annoys me because like you both know, they should listen to those of us who are in the top 10 and top 1% if they're not. And they should stop trying to skip ahead to the 0.1%ers like Logan and Jimmy, because, you know, a stopover when people that are in the top 10% or 1% are trying to be generous with you, or trying to take you under their wing, or trying to tell you something, is like, I mean, think about it. There's so many kids that dunk on me because, like, I don't get 100,000 views and upload, and I have 500,000 subscribers. Oh, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. Your ratio, blah, blah, blah. How sad for you. And I'm like, sad for me? I'm making over $250,000 a year. Sad for me? Like, what are you doing, kid? Like, and not to dunk on them or not to flex, but it's like, think about it. You're sad for me. It's like, I make money doing what I love every day. Every day. I get to hang out with the coolest people in the world every day. I get to talk to coolest people in the world every day. I can text some of their favorite creators, and I can DM some of their creators right now and get a response back. So if you don't have that, and it's the stopover, it's like, if you wanted to be Logan or Jake or whatever, but you missed and you ended up being me or Nick or Daryl or John Prosser or anybody with 100K subscribers, or Travis MCP or El Jefe with 50,000, or if you ended up being Leela from YouTube with 80,000 now, it's like, we're still the 1%. We're still the 1%. Why are you turning your nose up at, like?
Dang though, but wait, hold on. Can we pause for a second? Because like, you just kind of like floored me a little bit with like Leah and Jefe and their numbers, because I'm just like, I mean, like,
been killing it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, you know, it seems like just 2 months ago that they were like under 10K. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like so wild. They've definitely been super dedicated at what they're doing, which is really admirable. I think though, this is kind of, I think this is a cool topic to talk about, like, more in length, like talking about fame, and then also handling money and kind of growing as a creator, etc.
Yeah.
Would you guys be down to kind of talk about that next week?
Yeah, I'd be down. If we don't have a news topic, or even if we can tie it together, definitely down.
Right.
It's also
if Logan
the subject
Paul
of
do something else.
It's also the subject of my upcoming book.
Ooh, we can tie that in.
Yeah.
Is this a teaser?
Possibly.
All right. Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
On NARP.
By the way, have both of you been reading the chapters?
I read the first couple of pages. To be honest, I've been super swamped.
Sure, I know.
In the past like week and a half, like really bad. But after tomorrow, I will have more free time. So
all right.
Next week,
viewers,
I will read.
I sent you notes.
Yep. Viewers and listeners, I want more feedback, Audrey, if I can get it. Like, viewers and listeners, your boy here is writing a book called Create Something Awesome, coming out in 2022, and I'm like about 40,000 words in. It's been like 2 weeks, and I'm about 40,000 words in. So this is real. Are you gonna
like print it, or is it an ebook?
It's going to be all.
It's going to be printed.
Audio. It's going to be print,
hardcover, audio. Like, he's going to do the whole Shazam. What are you talking about? He's going to do a book tour. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's all.
You're doing a book tour?
Of course, he's doing a book tour.
Yeah. Can I come?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can, but it's like, but my book tour is also a lot of the speaking events. But it's also a lot of the speaking events. But it's also like it's a book tour, but it's literally also just doubling down and making my book tour all of the speaking engagements that we usually go to throughout the year.
Nice. I'll take pictures if you go to LA.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
I'll make a BTS video.
Ooh, yeah.
For your book.
Yeah, let's go.
A TikTok. No.
I actually am coming to TikTok. We're working on my like me and my team are working on my TikTok stuff. They're cutting my existing videos into TikToks. That's the route we're going until I feel like doing something that'll be YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks.
I saw Lily Singh's TikTok today for the first time, and she was doing like one of the more recent trends. Oh. And I went back to check her account, and all of her other videos are like recut from her old stuff, and none of them did well. It was literally
mine is different though, because I'm going to be in that different space. You know, I'm in a different space.
She's an entertainer. No, the educational space on TikTok is actually pretty good, especially with like recuts from what I'm seeing.
No, it's a completely different niche, but I'm just saying I thought it was interesting that literally all of her skits barely did anything, and then she
eventually
does, like,
we'll make some stuff.
Well,
Eventually, we're going to make some short form stuff for me because we're going to do it like Ali Abdal's been doing.
She's been doing a lot of stuff for Facebook Watch though. Like I feel like that's where her audience.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook pays really good on ad revenue, and that's why the big YouTubers are also going there. They're just doubling their money.
But also she does like really well. Because there's like that trend on Facebook where it's like a fake video. Yeah, it's like it's a video that's like set up like as if it was real, but it's like usually like they'll do stuff like they'll hold like giant Post-it notes or something, and it's like this is my girlfriend, and then I'm about to propose to her. She doesn't know. I invited all of her family, and then like keeps like ripping everything. So you have to watch like this 10-minute video for him because like you see that there's like 100 Post-it notes that he has to go through, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to get to the end. So they have like those, right? And then the other trend is like somebody doing something bad and getting instant karma. Like this lady thought that she could call this person that. Watch what happens or see how he reacts, and it's like a 15-minute video, but it's not a real thing. That it's not like a hidden camera. It's like
it's just contrived. It's scripted.
It's scripted and it's fake, and it's really bad actors, but they set it up and they propose it like as if it was a real thing.
And once you start watching, you're too lazy to change
right. And then you're like, oh well, now I need to see what happened to the lady, how the guy react to her slurs, right?
I see.
So anyway, back to the topic is that Lily has been doing videos like that, more of like the skits type of stuff. Like she does the comedy stuff that's like more in line with her YouTube videos, but she also does like she leans a little bit into like those kinds of like
political commentary.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
We have pretty good views. By the way, I'm in the back of the channel. We have pretty good views.
Of course we do, because we got my face. Is my face going to be in one of the pages in your book? Maybe like page 93? Like you just like
a full page.
Just like throw it in there. I mean, there is a photo of like the three of us, right? You could use it as a reference or something.
Just crop us out. Just only Romina.
Only Romina.
I know you're making a face,
only
but
Romina.
You know it's a great idea. Just saying, everybody in the audience, just skip ahead to page 93. My face is going to be there.
Why 93?
Do you guys know this? Do you guys know this expression?
What is happening?
You know that expression, right? That's God. What was her name?
I think his face is falling apart. Is that the not impressed
Yes.
Olympian? The Olympian.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
God,
it's the Olympian who got like second.
Michaela
medal.
Maroney.
Yeah,
Michaela Maroney.
She got like second place. Was it bronze or something? And
no, silver.
Silver. Yeah, she got second.
I'm gonna use that for a thumbnail at some point. I'm gonna use that for a thumbnail for something.
All right, guys. Should we start wrapping up?
Sure.
Since I have to get going.
Episode.
All right.
Can we put NARP Easter eggs?
Yep. We're
Roberto, you got to make a sentence in your book where like there's 4 words and they each start with like NARP to get an Easter egg.
Oh my gosh, like buzz. It's like a buzzword. Like you have to find it.
It's just 4 words in a row.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to No Assembly Required. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe we'll co-write an ebook together, you guys. If you want to, we can co-write an ebook together. We can co-write an ebook, a short ebook together, and we can call it No Assembly Required. And we can make it about the life advice stuff.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm I'm ready for this. I'm ready. I've already started a Notion doc.
Okay, there you go.
God.
There you go.
Anyway,
thank you for listening to the No Assembly Required podcast, a podcast where we talk about nothing and where we shame clout chasers. Tune in next week for another exciting episode here at youtube.com/noassemblypod. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and all the things at noassemblypod. And please remember to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. This has been your trio of hosts signing off. Random Romina, Audrey, Burn All the Bridges Ember, and of course your Dark Lord of the Interwebs, Roberto Blake. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Bruh.